C to O to L to D to C to U to R to E-N-T. The C to O to L to D to C to U to R to E-N-T. Come again, y'all. The C to O to L to D to C to U to R to E-N-T. Cold Kern. The C to O to L to D to C to U to R to E-N-T. The God they like.
Hi
Yo,
guys.
yo, yo. Welcome, welcome. How's it doing? How my peoples?
Welcome, welcome. All good, all good.
In the, in the house today, we got the Cypher, your host,
And
Christian K, my partner in crime. Real Things will be introducing today as our artist. We want to talk to him, see what his aspirations are, where his goals are, how his music career is advancing, the work, the grind, what it takes to be the entertainer he is. Hey, let the people know a little bit about you. Of course, I know you. Like that. We've been home, we've been down for a while, my brother. You know that. But the people, the ones who don't know you, the ones who have not tapped in, give me a little insight into yourself.
I've been in LA for about 13 years. Started my own label about 4 years, recording artists. I've been able to perform all around Los Angeles, around the country. Been done some shows in overseas, and finishing in the process right now of my third album.
Moving back, you say, launching your own label, that's an entrepreneurship in itself. How did that come about that you decided to go that way and be independent in your own nation?
Well, I think the shift is, I always tell artists, there's the music business, and then there's the music industry. And all three are totally different. They're not the same. And so, in order, understanding what I had to do is, I'm like, what I know what my strengths are is, I'm very talented in interaction, stage presence, charismatic, vocal, dancing. That's the creative side of an artist. But what I found is, in order to be successful, then you have to know the business of what you're doing.
I'm always, me, I'm always technical, always production. I'm more interesting about the process and, all of these things. So, like I was listening to a lot of your songs on Apple Music and I see you have your stuff everywhere. I'm just wondering, like, what's the process of creating a track? Do you work organically with bands, or you do it in the studio and then later with bands? How does it work, the process?
Well, I think I had to learn. Also, artists a lot of times they gravitate to who they like. When they're first starting. What I had to learn is, and I tell every artist, you got to learn your sound. You are different.
Yeah.
There's not going to be another Bruno Mars. There's not going to be another Michael Jackson. There's not going to be another Usher. It's not going to be another Taylor Swift. There is you, and your script is you being you. Not trying to be nobody else, but you being you, because the world do not know who you are. And so, as an artist, what you learn is to work with the producers that can bring across the track, or you learn to produce to create a track that can bring out the best in you.
Yeah.
And so what happened was, early on in my recording, I gravitated, to 90s R&B and R&B. I grew up off of, that's what I grew up off of, right? The reality is, like, all of that, those tracks I still do, as far as with, the melody and the sound, because I think that's nostalgic and that's coming back and people still love it today. And so I took that and then I just kept building on it, and that's what I had to find that was a really strong point in me as an artist, is the soul, is the funk, and finding and creating tracks that could bring out the best in that. And like I said, being able for artists, such as him and Funkadelic and and James Brown and Sam Cooke, those type of artists really paved the way for artists like myself to create, my own. And for me, I think, I want to take it to the mainstream. I want to take it to a whole level, that's never been taken before. So that's just, what I've learned in recording over the years. Once again, I took a whole year last year, and I just wanted to do just really nostalgic of the 90s R&B, and do tracks, cover tracks, do original tracks that kind of bring that feel, the time when I remember, those days and the sound. And so, with me, I love to go against what is I guess popular, what's the major trending topic.
Going against the grain. Tread your own path. Yeah.
Exactly. So with this new project, I said, I just want to go back to the 70s. At a time when, getting out on the dance floor and people danced, and they weren't ashamed to dance, they weren't ashamed to hang out, right now, I one of the bands that we do shows and events together. It's crazy because, he was telling me the other day, he was like, I was there in Woodstock. So he told me. I was like, I believe you.
Yo, when I tell them I was at the Fresh Fest, they be like, what?
Especially because, what I've been pushing artists is and I've been seeing a trend even on social media of more live events, live shows, so people can have the actual experience, to be able to feel, to be able to see what it's like to interact with the crowd. To me, that is the experience that AI cannot duplicate. And so that's why I wanted to put a lot of emphasis this year on my live performances and getting as much content and as much visuals behind it. So Dream Bigger Studios is kind of the foundation, the vehicle that's allowing.
So Sings, I was listening to last few days your single, Get On Up With Your Good Self. Man, that's so funky. It's crazy, man. And it bring me back. I used to play GTA San Andreas, and when you go to the Las Vegas and those casino funky music, man, class.
And so it's like, and what I love about funk tracks, whether I produce it even with a track or if you just go live with a band, is when you start to add the instruments, the trombone.
Oh yeah, that's
trumpet,
the best part.
The saxophone. You can't stay.
Just keep getting better and better. Yeah.
Yeah. There's just so many directions that you could just really go with it. So that is really a glimpse of of the new project.
Hey. Yeah. Listen. Okay. Yeah. I want to know if you feel good. I said I want to know if you feel good.
All right.
You need to get on up with your good self.
Hey, all right. Get Tony.
I'm talking to you, babe.
You talking to that girl over there?